Late into the night, a violent thunderstorm cut the isolated Bajaj estate off from the rest of the world. At 3:14 a.m., police received a chilling call. Billionaire Raghav Bajaj whispered into the receiver that he had been poisoned and needed immediate help. When officers reached the mansion, they found Raghav in his bedroom, struggling for every breath. Despite medical intervention, the official report states that Raghav did not pass away until 3:30 a.m. This creates a chronological discrepancy. The victim reported his own murder 16 minutes before he actually died. It appears to be a physical impossibility, a man describing his own death from a quarter hour in the future. This homicide defied the standard progression of a crime, presenting a mystery that seemed to break the linear laws of time. The mansion was a closed environment. Security logs confirmed that the killer had to be someone already inside the estate. Only 3 people were present: a nervous chef, a detective named Kabir, and the victim's nephew, Arav. Arav claims he was nowhere near his uncle's room, insisting he was out for a walk during the peak of the storm. He gestures toward his umbrella, left near the entryway as proof of his story. The fabric canopy is completely saturated, dripping water onto the floor. This puts Arav outside the house during the critical window, seemingly clearing him of any involvement. Detective Guddu completely ignores the wet fabric, and he focuses instead on the very base of the umbrella. A walk through a thunderstorm across the estate grounds would have coated this metal tip in mud and grit. Instead, it is perfectly clean. The moisture on the fabric is clear tap water, lacking the sediment and debris found in natural rain. Arav never even stepped into the storm. He faked his alibi by drenching the umbrella under a shower in the bathroom. While the false alibi proves Arav is lying, it doesn't explain the mechanics of the poison or how the timeline paradox occurred. To find the answer, we have to look back at Raghav's bedside table. There was no poison in the food or the drinks, as the victim's reaction occurred much faster than typical ingestion would allow. The killer used a contact-based toxin, a substance designed to enter the bloodstream through the skin. Arav coated the snooze button of his uncle's alarm clock with the toxin. He then tampered with the device, setting the alarm to ring early at 3:10 a.m. Arav weaponized his uncle's specific morning ritual, a habit where Raghav licked his thumb to get a better grip on the clock's stiff snooze button. At 3:10 a.m., the alarm sounds. Raghav performs his usual reflex. He licks his thumb for traction and presses the poisoned button. Within seconds, the concentrated toxin takes effect. Raghav wakes up fully, realizing he is dying. The 3:14 a.m. call was not a prediction of the future. It was a final act of desperation from a man who had already been struck by the trap. When the events are placed in order, the poison trigger at 3:10, the call at 3:14, and the death at 3:30, the laws of physics remain perfectly intact. Arav's planned crime fell apart because he accounted for the rain, but forgot the mud. The truth was visible on that metal tip the entire time. Did you solve the paradox and spot the clean umbrella before the detective?